Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In this video we are going to solve a new pattern. Now let's analyze this pattern where the basic step is divide them into two parts. One is the upper part and other one is the lower part. In our previous video we have discussed about this, where how to print this type of patterns. Just find out the relation between number of spaces and stars. Okay, now here we are going to discuss it, divided it into two parts, and we are going to find out the relation between them, and we are going to combine them together. Okay, first of all, for upper part we are going to divide it into number of rows and columns and name that rows as I is equals to 1 2 3 4 5, where and find out the relation between the rows with the number of stars. So in this pattern we don't have any spaces occurrence before the stars, right? So don't need to worry about the spaces. Okay, now where I is equals to 1, in first row you have 1 star, in second row 2 stars, in third row 3 stars, and in fifth row 5 stars, where the number of stars are entirely depend upon these rows. For that we have condition j is less than or equals to I, where j represents the stars and I represent the number of rows. Okay, as usual way we have two loop conditions. For loop, this is the outer loop, the total number of times the loop runs. Okay, this is the inner loop which is used to print the stars. Inner loop starting from 1 and it is less than or equals to I, it means that the number of stars are entirely depends upon this row number, right? So this is the condition on j plus plus and print this star condition. This is the upper part which we have already discussed in our previous videos. Now we are going to write code for the second part, reversed part. As usual way, similar process, similar steps. Divide them into number of rows and columns, and the step which we are going to discuss here is always labeled in a decrement order for the reversed conditions. I is starting from 4 3 2 1. So in fourth row you have 4 stars, in third row 3 stars, in second row 2 stars, in first row 1 star. And we are going to decrement this value. I is from n minus 1, I greater than or equals to 1, I minus minus. So rest of the thing is same, but just the decrementing the loop is used to print the reversed condition. Okay, and print stars. So why only we are using I starting from in a decrement order? Why can't we use from 1, I is equals to 2, I is equals to 3, and I is equals to 4? So in this way we are going to use, but it is very difficult to find out the relation between the stars and the row number, where this is very simple, right? To find out the relation between the stars and row number, when we reverse this, there is very simple logic between the stars with the row number. But in this situation it is very difficult to find out the relation between the stars and row number. So make it simple, man, don't make it complex. Okay, now here we are going to execute the program in our VS Code in a C program. So this is the basic syntax. Here we are going to take input from this user asking enter how many rows you want. So here we are going to execute this program, execute this loop, and let's see what does we get as a output. Okay, first of all we are going to print the upper loop, where part 1, that is the upper triangle. Okay, for one loop is for outer loop, where to check out the number of iterations, and one is used, this loop is used to print the spaces, right? And another loop is used to print the total number of stars. This is the code to print the upper part, where part 1. Now let us run this program and let's see what does we get as a output. Okay, ask that enter number of rows. Let me enter number of rows as 5. So this is the one part of the program where we have printed the upper part. Now here we are going to print the lower part. Just we are going to combine that. Okay, for lower part we know that the code where I is equals to n minus 1. We are nothing going to change, right? Just copy paste it and change some values, where we are going to just change one part of the program. The remaining everything is the same. That is nothing but we are decrementing this value, where I is equals to n minus 1 and I greater than or equals to 1, okay? I minus minus, that's it. Remaining everything is same. Now here we are going to run this program and let's see what does we get as a output. Okay, this is the pattern that where we have discussed, and this is the program here. Okay, everything is the same. If you have any doubts, please go through the comment section and follow the steps to solve these pattern problems. Thank you.